Hi there, it's day 69 of Drop 'em 78, and here's the Hanged Man from Dame Fortune's Wheel Tarot. It's another depiction adapted from the Astenzi deck. Playing card historians are pretty aligned in thinking that this card represents a nameless traitor, although traditionally it does often get associated with the story of Judas, because he is frequently depicted with these bags of money, such as in the Type 1 TDM. But Hewson points out that Judas returned the money to Pontius Pilate and then took his own life by hanging and was not upside down. So it's possible that the Cherokee Siciliane, or Siciliano, does depict Judas. But this almost certainly doesn't, although that doesn't invalidate the traditional association. What's pictured here is a form of punishment through shame called baffling, which is to be hung by the ankle upside down from a gibbet. When a perpetrator couldn't be caught or was perhaps high-ranking, instead of actually baffling that person, a shame painting could be commissioned of them being baffled, and those would be printed and posted throughout town, possibly even printed in circulars, news publications. And I've mentioned before that I think the triumphs were images borrowed from previous publications, so that's the likely source in my mind. A famous shame painting was that of Francesco Sforza's father, Muzio Attendolo, who turned against the Pope, and that Pope commissioned shame paintings of him. There is also a shame painting of the Pazzi family, who attempted to coup and end their rivals, the Medicis. All of them were depicted hanging by the neck, except for one whose guilt was uncertain. Napoleone Francese was depicted hanging from his ankle instead. Notably, they were a banking family, which could explain the moneybags. The Old Balinese meaning for this card is the traitor or betrayal, whereas de Mellet saw this as the Hanged Man and identified it with prudence. Coeur de Gébelin also identified this card with prudence, which is really interesting. If you look at this reversed, it was interpreted as a person standing on a snake, and Prudence, when she does appear in the Minchiate, is depicted with a snake at her feet. Hewson considers this a mistaken reversal, and it's often considered to be a mistake by the printing presses when this card is reversed in various historical decks. But that mistake was adopted as just part of the cultural tradition of these decks, and it may have been done fully knowing that it was reversed. And in my mind, it could even be a conscious attempt to replace the Prudence card, which is missing in this pattern. Hewson's keyword for this card is betrayal. His upright meanings are treachery, treason, dissimulation, impostor, lies, corruption, and hypocrisy. Reversed, he saw it to mean disguised, hidden, solitary, prison, or punishment. My detail is how in this version his pocket's been turned inside out, as if he's being seen for who he truly is. And fortunately, I experienced no betrayals today, so I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me.